Hello and welcome in, everybody. On this Sunday afternoon, we're here for the Nottingham Wildcats at the Cardiff Met Archers. Thank you all for joining us today. We're excited for a huge match coming up. This game is huge for both teams. First of all, for the visiting Wildcats, they're coming off a blowout loss to the London Lions, 82-39 yesterday in the WBBL Trophy semifinal. But the real key for them, they're 7th in the league right now. A win today would push them up to 6th and give them a much better position of securing a playoff spot near the end of the season. Cardiff Met, though, bottom of the table, only 2 wins on the season. They're in 13th place right now, and they're looking to change the narrative and get back in the playoff hunt here. A win would put them just 2 points out of the 8th-seeded Newcastle Eagles and get them right back in that playoff hunt. I'm Atticus P., joined today by fellow commentator Reese Jones. Reese, it's good to see you, man. You excited for today?
I am very excited for today. I mean, we've had a lot of action going on the past few weeks here at the Archers Arena. I was here last week when the WBBL team that's playing today took a hard loss last week, and I'm hoping they can turn things around today.
Well, we're looking forward to this game. This is a really big match. As my wife joked with me before, for all those who may know about this, today's the biggest game of the season, not only because this is a big, a playoff battle between these two sides, but as she claims, the Wildcats are on the floor, therefore the most important. Now, she doesn't realize this isn't High School Musical, but I think it's close enough, Reese.
Absolutely.
So what we're looking forward to today more than anything, the Lions obviously came off that massive loss, the Nottingham Wildcats lost to the London Lions yesterday. They're looking to turn back this road trip and come away with a win this Sunday so they can go back home happy with what's happened. Cardiff Met really need a win here. First of all, for the Archers, we're looking for a couple of things to happen, and we'll start with Mara Marchezzati. Mara, she's coming off a major hamstring injury throughout the first half of the season. She just came back last week. It was a real problem for her last week, just really hard to get into the game. But she's had an extra week of recovery. It looks like she's feeling good. Cardiff Met will really need her to be on top today. This is one of the few games of the season where Cardiff Met should not be out-rebounded. There's not a huge size difference between the two sides, and Mara Marchezzati down low should be able to have her way if she's feeling good and feeling better. And we're hoping to see a big performance out of her here today, Reese.
Absolutely. I mean, last week, I hate to say it, but she was a bit of a liability on defense, but she was dealing with a lot more size from the opposition last week, and, as you said, I can see right now, just from eyeballing it, that we should have the size advantage today, Cardiff Met. So I've seen her over the years. I've been here for 3-4 years now. I've seen her play for a long time, and I know how important she is on the defensive side of the ball, but also just getting offensive and defensive rebounds, and hopefully we can see her show her stuff today.
Well, the starting 5 for the Archers are just coming onto the floor right now. You've got number 13 at the point guard, Kim Kang. Next to her, number 3, Lauren Psyche. Number 15, Mara Marchezzati. And number 8, Sarah Jorgensen. And number 22, Shannon Hatch. Now, another big story of this game, we got the dominance on the line for the scoring title here in the WBBL. Shannon Hatch currently tied for the league lead with 18.4 points per game. She is tied with Brooklyn Pennell, who also averages 18.4 points a game for the Wildcats, Reese.
I mean, she's taken a bit of a backseat in terms of scoring the past few weeks that I've seen her play in the different competitions she takes part in. But I mean, I don't actually mean to say take a backseat, because she's actually so important to the way that they score and facilitate their entire offense. But in terms of just putting the points on the board, she hasn't been the leader for Cardiff Met the past few weeks. But I mean, as you've been saying, this season her points per game average has been up there with the best, and that could be the difference today. But Cardiff Met have got a few scores, a few threats on offense. Kim Kang and is a threat from deep, a threat from the three-point line, and Lauren Psyche, we've seen the past few weeks, her ability, her ball handling, the way she can assist and facilitate play is very exciting as well.
Absolutely. Well, the Wildcats don't win the tip. They get it over to Lauren Psyche, who will start us off. She'll immediately take it, too, and doesn't go down. Wildcats sprinting up the floor here, looking to make this into a fast-paced transition. They'll lay it off the glass. Early 2 points for the Wildcats, and we're not like 10 seconds in. Good start. Knocked away by the Wildcats. Archer ball out on the side. Now for the Nottingham Wildcats, they're starting 5 on the floor right now. We've got Kennedy Nicholas down low. Grace Egreneva next to her. Number 23, Brooklyn Linnell on the far side. Shawnee Edmonds up top. Along the back line, Amadi Whittington as well. Well, the Archers miss another 2, and the Wildcats will take this one away, looking to open up an early lead here. Edmonds, Psyche guarding her. Kick it back out. Nicholas, long range 2 off the front iron. Fast game to start here. Throw it back inside. Hatch lays it off the glass. First assist for Lauren Psyche of the game. And we're back tied at 2.
Fast-paced start to this game, just how we like it here at the Archer Arena.
Nicholas out at the three-point line. She'll move it around, driving inside, and the Wildcats pull it back out. Coming inside on Lauren Psyche, that's a good mismatch. Can't lay it off the glass. Tried to go up strong, and it's knocked away. Wildcats ball. Well, no kidding, Reese. This has been a breathless start. Only 4 points to show for it, but the ball has just been flying back and forth. Not what we expected.
And you've already seen the importance of Mara Marcazzati there in the paint there, just getting that swat, getting that ball away. We're going to be seeing a lot of that in this game, hopefully.
Marcazzati taps it away. The Wildcats hang on to it, though. Pennell with the ball. She'll come back and take a long-range 3. Oh, right! So I was getting ready to say that was an air ball from our angle, and then all of a sudden it just rifled off the glass and fell in.
They're looking dangerous, Nottingham, so far.
Tough pass inside. Marcazzati can't handle it, but she was hit in the back here by Kennedy Nicholas. First team foul called on the Wildcats.
Mara Marcazzati already looking so much more active than we saw her in her outing last week.
You can already see a big difference. Cardiff Met obviously lots of energy today. Long range shoot from Sarah Jorgensen off the front iron. Kincaid can't save it, and that'll be Wildcats ball again. The Wildcats have an early 5-2 lead. And Reese, one of the big concerns that we had coming into the game is that the Wildcats have just been shooting the ball so much better than the Archers have. The Wildcats, 6th in the league at 41% per game. Archers decidedly lower, about 34% shooting from the field. That's 7% is a massive gap, Reese.
Especially last week. I mean, I would have been very happy seeing those numbers last week, you know, in the 30s. I mean, the Archers last week were shooting in the high 20s for shooting, and you're simply never going to win a game of basketball shooting like that. So, I mean, anywhere near that 30% mark, as long as we play some tight defense today, you never know what's going to happen.
The Archers offense needing a little bit of a kickstart here. Only 2 points on the board. Hatch drives inside. One hands it back to Marcazzati, and that's an easy layup you got to take. Hatch will get another chance from 3, and that one won't fall either. Tough shooting start from the Archers so far.
And that, unfortunately, was a theme that we saw last week with Mara Marcazzati. As active as she's been in this opening couple minutes, we did see last week that she was missing some shots. So she, uncontested, she's got the size over the defender. She really would be making shots like that.
Marcazzati one-on-one down low. Egordeva tried to go up strong, and she's got the foul called. 2 shots for the Wildcats coming up here. I love how much Marcazzati hates that call.
Not a fan of the decision there from the ref.
Well, we got 2 free throws coming up here for Praise Egordeva, and she's going to be really important. The Wildcats only have 3 recognized forwards on the team, or players who will play down low with a lot of size. Yesterday, Egordeva fouled out after only 15 minutes against the London Lions, and that was a big problem in their downfall. I mean, they lost by 43, Reese, so today we're hoping for a lot better.
And I really think that matchup between the 2 bigs on the floor is going to be a huge decider in terms of the defensive output that both teams are going to have today.
Well, 6-2, Wildcats with the early lead as we get about 3 minutes into this game. Quick pass down low to Shannon Hatch. Can't get that one to drop again. Tough shooting start for the Archers.
And again, Pennell. 2 uncontested shots in down low, deep. Should be making those.
Pennell rolling it around the arc. Tang one-on-one. She'll drive inside. Tries to lay it up. Bit of a funky layup. Won't fall, but they get the offensive rebound. Kick back out for Whittington. Went from 3. That one won't fall either. Jorgensen drives it up the floor. Quick pass out to Shannon Hatch, and Psyche will get this ball back. Archer's looking for anything on the perimeter right now. 8 on the shot clock. Jorgensen trying to drive inside. Throws it back out. Off Whittington's hands. Archer ball. And we'll have an early substitution. Karis Roy checking in for Mara Marcazzati here. So the big problem last week for the Archers, Reese, was down low. Marcazzati and Karis Roy both got played off the floor defensively. Looking for a big change today here.
And again, as I've already mentioned, you know, the Archers have had plenty of opportunities, 2 or 3 very open looks so far that they just haven't taken. So I think that's going to be a huge decider as Psyche is tripped up there, a hard fall.
She went flying. Shauna Edmonds tripped her up.
But it seems to be a slower start in terms of movement off the ball on offense for the Archers than we saw last week.
They definitely tried to slow it down and find some better shots on the shot clock. Last week they were trying to get shots out in the first 10 seconds. Tang looking to drive inside, one-on-one. Whoa, don't know where that was going. Jorgensen grabs the rebound. Gets it over to Karis Roy, who goes up strong, and she's fouled by Angaremba. 2 shots coming up from the Archers here. Nicely done to stay with that play.
And if shots aren't falling, then that's all you can really do is be direct and try to use your size, use your body, and go up for the points off the glass, and hopefully you'll get fouled on the way.
Well, this is one area the Archers will like. They're shooting 72% from the line as a team. And Karis Roy last week went 6 for 6 on her free throws. First one up and in. The Archers cut this down to a 6-3 lead as we're about 4 minutes into this game. Roy can't get the second to fall, and Nicholas will grab the rebound. Bray Ashton has just checked in for the Wildcats for Prey Zagreba. Ashton picks up her dribble. She'll throw it inside. Psyche taps it back to Nicholas. Nicholas wide open, lays it up and in. 2 more points for the Wildcats again, 8-3 lead. No look pass inside to Shannon Hatch. Gets it over to Karis Roy, who lays it up off the glass. Good looking play there, Reese.
I love a no-look pass from Lauren Psyche again. Just absolutely sold the defender, sold me. And she's got quick hands on both sides of the ball. She thought that tipped off a Wildcat. Ref disagrees, but you know that deception. That was the only reason that space was created for the Archers on offense, and an easy finish under the basket. But we've seen the Archers have that opportunity 2 or 3 times already, and they just haven't been able to put it away under the basket. So they need to make sure they take those opportunities like that more often.
The Archers have cut this down to a 3-point lead right now. Quick inlet pass to Nicholas, who, raised that one high off the glass. Bunyan kicks it over to Jorgensen, pulls this one back up. She's under pressure, can't find an outlet pass. Puts it down to Karis Roy. Roy driving inside, spins around the defender and lays it in. Ooh, I like that.
She seems to have a bit more of a soft touch in her finishing than Laura Margizzotti does, so that's probably why she was substituted into the game. A bit more offensive presence.
Well, a good move from Steph Collins. It's paying off. 4 points for Roy early. Long range 3 from the Wildcats won't fall. That's knocked out of bounds off the Wildcats. Archer ball. That's something the Archers need. Now, the Archers lead the league in blocks. They average just about 4 per game. But more importantly with that, they really like to prey on turnovers, forcing just bad possessions, as the Wildcats give the Archers some of their own medicine. But can't take advantage of it, and it's Archer ball along the baseline here.
And this lineup the Archers have on the court right now is a pure scoring lineup right now. Every single one of these players that's on the court can shoot and finish.
Roy's looking for more. She'll try to split a double team. Won't get it to go. Nicholas with the first block of the game. Bit of a soft block. The ball just seemed to roll off her hands.
Roy ran into a bit of a brick wall with Nicholas there.
That's exactly what that was. Bunyan looking to kick back for her own 2. She'll roll it along the floor instead. Shannon Hatch. Wow. Wildcats looking for a quick response here. Ashton, she's got a screen. She'll go inside to Hatch from the 2-point line. That's out of bounds off the Wildcats. They don't like it. Thought it was off Issy Bunyan, but not quite. Well, the Archers take their first lead of the game, 9-8. Just over 4 minutes left to play here in the first quarter. Good response, and they've done well to keep this game close. Bunyan driving inside. She'll throw it back out to Kang. Kang comes inside again. Hatch on the wing. Bunyan's wide open. She's going to take it and won't get it to fall. Pennell up the floor again. Wildcats in the corner. Looking for a screen here. She's got it. She'll come inside. Roll it in off the back iron. 2 points for Janae Giles. And the Wildcats retake the lead, 10-9.
It's a tough finish from Giles there on the move. She did well to keep her form.
Out on the perimeter, Bunyan again. She's got space. She'll step back for her own three. Can't get it to fall. Bit of a cold streak for Issy Bunyan, rating back to last week. Pennell drives inside. She'll knock it back out. Long range three for the Wildcats. Not going to fall again. Going back to Issy Bunyan, Reese, that's now 10 straight shots she's missed. Heading back to last week, been ice cold here at Archers Arena. Hoping for a big turnaround today, but not off to a good start.
She's one of those players, though, that once she gets 1 or 2 knockdowns, she can hit a hot streak and just go kind of crazy from scoring.
Hatch stuck in the wing, 3 on the shot clock. She'll pull up for a long range 2. Won't get it to fall, just couldn't get anything good out of that play. Ashton along the perimeter. Jorgensen trying to stifle that drive, and she will. Whittington now. Pennell, she'll pull up from long range. Off the back iron. Not a lot of great looks from either team here in the past 2 minutes. Bunyan comes inside, that's tapped away. Pennell driving up the floor, 2-on-1, she'll lay it off. Laid up by Ashton, 2 points for the Wildcats again. 12-9 lead now.
I've been impressed with Pennell. Her hands on defense. She hasn't let anybody that she's been guarding have any real space to create any shooting opportunities.
Patch tries to drive inside, that's tapped away by Ashton, and it's off Patch's leg. And that's a turnover, Wildcats ball. After the strong start for the Wildcats, the Archers clawed their way back into it, and now the Wildcats have come back out to a 3-point lead as we head into the final 2 minutes here of the first quarter.
It's been a strong defensive showing, really, from both teams, but especially Nottingham. You know, Kim Kang was on the floor and really didn't take a single shot. She was completely locked out of the game from Nottingham, whoever was guarding her. Hence a personnel change.
Shawnee Edmonds on the ball now. She's driving around. She'll come inside, take a long range 2, and it's going to fall in. So we had a quick delay on the floor there to clean up the water sweat spill.
Just give it a little rub of the shoe. I'll get rid of it.
We need the cleaning towel, Reese. Psyche picks up her dribble, and Sarah Wagstaff, who just checked into the game, she's on the ball now. She's tripped again. Foul called on the Wildcats. That'll be Archer ball along the wing to inbound.
Did you see that clip on the weekend in the NBA of the boys who clean up the court with the big mops, and they got in the way of a counterattack of a fast break?
Well, Reese, this game's been pretty quick, so I'd imagine that's why they're not here. You gotta stay out of the way here. Wagstaff from 3, and she's not gonna get that one to fall. Archer's ice cold from the perimeter, 0 for 5 already. Ashton inside, nice looking back screen from Egorepa, but she can't get the shot to drop. And she had her foot on the line, and she came down with that rebound. Did Lauren Psyche for the Archers. That's a turnover. Wildcats ball. Out on the wing, Giles with it. Gets the defender to bite, but then it's tapped away. Bunyan now racing up the floor. She'll cut it back, drives inside on her own, and a little too wild. Stolen away here. This should be an easy bucket for Shanae Edmonds. She'll lay it in cleanly. 16-9. Wildcats with a 7-point lead.
This game's been a game of momentum so far. Both teams having their stretches in this first quarter of a bit of dominance. Issy Bunyan loses her handles there again. It's 2 in a row.
Charity. Charity gets it to roll in off that front iron. And we're out to a 9-point Wildcats lead already. Just those turnovers killing the Archers now, Reese.
It's been good defense, like I've been saying, from Nottingham so far. I mean, look at it right now. Shanahan left absolutely no space there.
Psyche on the wing, 8 on the shot clock. She'll pull up from downtown and gets that one to fall. Foot on the line, I apologize. That's only a 7-point Wildcat lead.
And I said it last week. Her ability to just float in the air with the ball and keep her body still as Nottingham get another basket there.
Talk about a good floater there. 2 more from the Wildcats. We got 15 on the clock here to the end of the quarter. Psyche with 10 to go. She'll get a little screen from Marcazzati, gets a switch. Trying to find space on the backside. Bunyan for 3, and gets it to fall in off the glass. Boy, did she need that one. That's how the first quarter ends with 3 points for the Archers. Down to a 6-point Wildcat lead as we head into the first break here, Reese.
Just like I said, Issy Bunyan, as soon as she hits that first shot right there at the end of the quarter, that's how you want to go into that end of quarter team talk right there on a high. But we need a bit more of that in the second quarter if the Archers want to take a bit more of a dominating lead.
Well, you know what we needed was a bit of a break there. I'm out of breath. That was a quick first quarter. Holy cow.
Very back and forth, though. Lots of turnovers, lots of baskets from steals, particularly from Nottingham. 8 fast break points so far in this game. It's almost half their points that they've scored in total.
That, along with what Reese just said, 4 steals for the Wildcats, 5 turnovers for the Archers. That's led to this big 6-point gap. 6 points isn't that big. I mean, the Archers will still like their chances. They've come back really well to first halfway through that first quarter. They came back to tie the game and take the lead on their own. And then at the end of the first quarter, you could sense some momentum starting to shift a little with that nice Bunyan 3 there.
But again, it's pretty simple, just like last week. I mean, looking at basic statistics, the Archers only shooting 30% from the field, whereas Nottingham shooting 42. You know, it's pretty simple sometimes, the game of basketball. If the team is making more of their shots, they're probably going to score more points. And I mean, Nottingham, like we've been saying, have had a couple more fast break points where they've gotten some of those easy layups, and that's probably skewing their shooting percentages. But, you know, the Archers need to slow down on some of these turnovers, maybe just develop play a little bit more, create some higher percentage shooting opportunities going into the second quarter.
Well, it's been a big problem for the Archers all season, averaged just under 20 turnovers a game. Last week was no different. They had just about 24, and they're looking to improve that today. Edmonds pulls up from long range 2. Egert Edba gets the rebound, but it's ripped away by Laura Shanahan. Psyche sprints up the floor now, trying to find somebody inside. She'll lay it up on her own instead. It's not going to fall, but she's fouled. We've got 2 free throws for the Archers here again.
I just watched that effort there from Egert Edba. She was trying to get that offensive rebound. Didn't get it to claw into her grasp, and she absolutely sprinted all the way back into the paint to try to delay that Lauren Psyche shot, but she's unfortunately going to have 2 free throws.
Well, you can see one of the problems as well for the Wildcats is Egert Edba. She's already got 2 fouls, and last night against the Lions, she had 5 and fouled out within 15 minutes of the game. Psyche can't get that second one to go, but she is going to grab the rebound. And she'll throw it off of Imani Whittington. And that's Archer basketball. All right.
Very good effort there from Laura Psyche. She's the only person who was aware to her missed free throws. She's the first person to respond. Oh, it's actually going to be a Nottingham ball. They've changed their mind now.
I was a little surprised. Ashton inbounds, and Shanae Edmonds will take this one away. Edmonds already with 4 points and 1 assist on the board.
Definitely looked like a Nottingham ball.
Ashton from long range 2. That one bounces around, won't fall. Psyche's going to come away with it again. Shanahan, okay, she'll take a long range shot. Oh, rims in and out. Edmonds one-on-one, she'll drive inside, tries to go up strong, looking for a foul. She's not going to get it. The Wagstaff pulls down the rebound. Psyche now dribbles inside, nice solo pass again. Once she gets going with those, that's her second no-look assist of the game. We'll be looking for more. Taps it away, and the Archers get another steal here. Wagstaff wide open, she's not going to take it. Marcazzati from the 2. There we go. 5 straight points for the Archers here, 19-20. They're down by 1 as the officials warn Shannon Hatch. In fact, she was jawing with the officials, asking for another foul on that one. Nice looking 5-0 run here in the first minute and a half of that second quarter, Reese.
Again, just get the ball in the hands of Lauren Psyche on offense. She might not score everything, she might not make every shot, but she can facilitate things on her own with these no-look passes and her awareness of where her teammates are on the court.
Well, Padel tried to get that 3 to drop. It didn't go. Marcazzati got this rebound. Back to Marcazzati. Too hard. And Psyche comes away with it, though. Hatch now. Shanahan in the corner. Marcazzati one-on-one inside. She'll find Shannon Hatch on the breakaway. Gets it to drop it, and 1 for the Archers.
What a find there from Mara Marquezzotti to Shannon Hatch under the basket. The window looked too tight for me at this angle, but not for Mara Marquezzotti.
I don't know how she saw that. I thought she was going to try a floater away from the basket along the roll there, and then all of a sudden, the basket's there's a basket being made.
Like I said, it's a game of momentum. Archers now on an 8-0 run.
You talk about momentum, you can feel it in here. Ashton on the perimeter, a lot of noise here in the Archers arena. You can tell this has woken the team and crowd up. Pass to Nicholas, it's too hard. Pynell comes away with it. Pynell looking to drive inside on Shannon Hatch, lays it up, off the front iron, Hatch with the rebound. And wide open is Laura Shanahan. Shanahan driving inside, and great defense from Shanae Edmonds, who gets that ball to fall away.
I think Shanahan just needs to go a little bit harder there. She needs to use her body. She had the size advantage there. She just needs to go up tough and direct and follow that ball all the way up to the basket.
Pynell tries to go up strong on her own. Nice little pump fake there to get Shannon Hatch to drop away, and she'll lay it off the glass. We're back to a tie game now, 22 points all. Hatch from long range 2 to respond, won't get it to fall, but Jorgensen's got the rebound. Psyche, 10 on the clock. Marquezzotti driving inside. She's looking around, you can see it. She'll throw it up off the wing, won't fall. We're gonna call that a pass, Reese. Another 2 for Shannon Hatch.
Mara Marquezzotti, you can tell, she's starting to feel herself now. She thinks she's able to take on those one-on-one ISO plays in the paint. She seems to be winning those battles right now.
Well, 11 points for Shannon Hatch already as the Archers reestablish a 2-point lead now. Pynell looking to respond from 3, and rolls in and out.
She's got a pretty 3-ball though, Pynell.
Long range pass from Psyche doesn't get to Shannon Hatch's hands as Kennedy Nicholas taps it away out of bounds. Got some substitutions for both sides here as Laura Shanahan and Mara Marquezzotti come off the floor, and we've got a timeout called by the Archers here. 6.5 minutes left to go in the second quarter, and the Archers have a 24 to 22 point lead here, Reese. Again, fast.
This is a quick-paced game. I mean, Cardiff Met now taking a bit of the advantage, trying to facilitate things on the counter, whereas Nottingham were the ones that were doing that in the first quarter. And you know, Lauren Psyche facilitating that on her own, really, getting those cross-court, those full-court passes off the offensive rebounds, is creating a lot more shooting opportunities than the Archers had in the first quarter.
Well, as we pull up the shot chart, we're looking at the shot chart here, and you just see this gluttony of X's everywhere around the floor, except for just a couple of shots made outside of the paint. Everything for both teams has come from inside the paint so far. The Archers have only hit 3 shots from outside of the paint. Wildcats have only hit 2. And the Archers with that 2-point lead as a result. And this strong second quarter here as they're on a 10-2 run now.
And I think it's been a quarter of awareness and which team is more awake. Shannon Hatch and Lord Psyche have been the ones that have been reacting to the balls coming off the rebound, and they're the ones that are looking for the quick, fast breaks themselves, and they're the ones positioning themselves better than Nottingham are under the basket to get some higher percentage shooting opportunities. And that's, I think, what's been the story of the second quarter so far. Archers now have 37% from the field, whereas Nottingham are down to 35. So Archers have really swayed things their way in the second quarter.
Like you said, Reese, big change. Psyche on the perimeter. She's got 14 on the clock, set up her play. Hatch inside, she's got someone behind her, won't take it. Psyche pulls up from 2 and gets it to fall. 2 more for the Archers. Nice looking play there.
I can't say it enough. Lord Psyche is such a pure shooter. I love when she pulls up out of nowhere. Her release is so quick. She can do it off balance, on balance, under pressure.
Pynell, 6 on the clock. She's got a screen. She'll pull up and won't get that one to fall either. Hatch pulls down the board, and that's another foul called on Kennedy Nicholas. Already 7 team fouls on the Wildcats, spread throughout the entire game, of course, but that's Nicholas' second foul. She and Praise Egereba are already in a bit of foul trouble early.
The Archers are just 2 fouls, or Nottingham, sorry, are 2 fouls away from putting the Archers into the bonus in the second quarter.
Hatch just circles it around. Psyche on the perimeter now. Looking to facilitate something again. 5 on the clock. She'll pull up again. And that's not going to fall. Hatch, though, does rip the rebound down. And that's going to be knocked out of bounds. Comes off of Janae Giles' hand. And that's Archer basketball again.
Shannon Hatch has just been so active. Reading where that ball's going to bounce off of missed shots. She's getting that rebound more often than not.
Ball thrown out looking for Lauren Psyche, but that pass is just too slow. Nice little fast break here for Brooklyn Planell. She lays it in over Lauren Psyche. And 26-24 now. Psyche throws it up for Hatch. We got a repeat of the exact same play. Great response for the Archers there.
They're trying to do everything in their power to make sure momentum doesn't swing the way of the Wildcats in the second quarter. They've really been on top of the Archers on offense. Little spin move play. Ooh. Woo. From Giles there. Unbelievable little spin move. Tough finish.
Nice little spin through the mixer. 2 more for the Wildcats. 2-point lead for the Archers now. Psyche, quick pass inside. Karis Roy looking to go up strong against Kennedy Nicholas. Little reverse layup, won't fall. And Nicholas grabs the rebound, and Karis Roy fouls her as she tries to fight for that.
A little bit too eager there from Karis Roy. She probably should have just let Nicholas bring down that rebound once she knew she was beaten.
Yeah, I don't think she liked the shot that she got. Those reverse layups she really enjoys, but that one was just a little too wild. Edmonds to bring it up the floor for the Wildcats as they're looking to tie this game or take the lead on a 3 here. Whittington dumps it inside to Nicholas, who got on the wrong side of Karis Roy and lays it in cleanly for the Wildcats. We're back to a tie game again. Psyche. Jorgensen looking to come inside on her own. She'll beat the defender and lays it off the glass.
A little bit of shake and bake from Sarah Jorgensen there. Send her defender the wrong way. Easy finish.
Great play. Pinnell cycling it around. She'll move it behind her back and lay it in. Nice little bit of skill there. And the stare down after.
Nell says anything they can do, I can do better.
Kang tried to drive inside for her first points of the game, and she's fouled as she goes up by Janae Giles. And Kang's going to go to the line for 2.
You could tell from the way Kang was going up there, she was really just trying to draw the contact. Arms fully extended, trying to get every opportunity for the defender to swat her arms there. And I have a feeling if she didn't draw the contact, she was probably not going to finish that shot.
I think they're going to wave off the shot, and we're not going to have any free throws for the Archers. It's just going to be an inbound pass. I don't know. That looked like a shot to me, Reese.
I mean, even though I don't think she was going to finish it, she was still in the act of shooting, so confused as to how that's not a shooting foul.
Kang comes off the floor for Laura Shanahan, and the Archers will reset down. Psyche moving it around. You can see Wildcats trying to stay really close to her, but it doesn't matter. Finds a foot of space, goes up over Whittington for 2.
Put 2 on her, it doesn't matter. When she can pull it back quick and knock down shots like that, she's the person that needs the ball in their hands for the Archers right now.
Well, you can really feel it here in the arena. Every time Psyche's got the ball, something's going to happen. Whittington can't find an outlet pass. Oh, nice little fadeaway off of one leg for 2.
It's a difficult finish there for Whittington.
Psyche looking to go again. She'll kick it back out. Jorgensen gets it to Psyche. 1-on-1 now. Closely guarded. She'll drive inside as she tries to go up. We're going to have a foul called here on Brooklyn Pinnell for the Wildcats. Pinnell's first foul of the game, but 9 for the Wildcats. And Psyche's going to go to the line and shoot 2 here, looking to get an Archer lead back on the board as we're tied at 32 right now.
And I think Laura Psyche was in less of a shooting motion than Kim Kang was just a minute ago when she was fouled, and that's going to be a shooting foul, so still confused on that one.
First free throw up and in. Archer's getting that 1-point lead back on the board. Looking to make it 2 now. And gets that second one to fall.
It's important that Archers keep up their scoring pressure, even with Shannon Hatch not on the floor. I mean, she already has 13 points this game on her own. Wow.
Shanae Edmonds takes that one in on her own. She wanted the foul as well, but a nice hard drive for two again. We're back tied now. Jorgensen gonna drive. She'll lay that one up and in over Kennedy Nicholas. Another two for the Archers.
Shanae Edmonds just seems to be able to turn on the little meep, little road runner. Just turn up the dial of her speed.
Pennell lays it off to Whittington. Stopped by Karis Roy.
No, 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 says Karis Roy. Do not enter, please.
Psyche rolling it around. She'll do a little floater. Not gonna fall though. And Psyche's going to foul Shanae Edmonds as she tried to get away.
Wow, I need to catch my breath after that. Holy cow.
No kidding.
I went back and forth and back and forth.
We're going to have an unsportsmanlike foul called on Lauren Psyche there. We're going to have 2 free throws for the Wildcats plus possession after this one. First one from Shanae Edmonds. That one's not going to fall, but she'll get a second opportunity here. Must have been an unsportsmanlike foul for the breakaway. Call that a typical clear path foul is what we would know, Reese.
Yeah, it only resulted in 1 point, 1 free throw being made, but I don't know. More importantly, Shannon Hatch now back on the floor. Mara Marcazzati, her size, back on the floor as well.
Wholesale substitutions for the Archers and the Wildcats as well, bringing Praise Egareba back on the floor now. Charity gets it over to Pennell. Pennell, she's going to step back from downtown. Okay!
Oh. Wow. That's as smooth a step back as you'll ever see.
No kidding. She had maybe half a foot of space ahead of Issy Bunyan. I thought that was a bit of a crazy shot to take, but it didn't matter. 38 to 36.
Players that are able to create their own space like that, they have inches and they turn it into feet of space, are really dangerous from downtown especially.
Marcazzati, she's going to get a 2 down from the low post. We're back to a tie game now.
Those are the shots we were seeing Mara Marcazzati take, but just not make last week. And today she's already knocked down 2 or 3 more than she did last week, so very promising signs for her.
But now she's looking for more. She's already got 14, looking to make it 17. And it's not going to fall, but a good offensive rebound by Praise Egareba. Goes up strong, and she's fouled by Marcazzati again. 2 more free throws coming up here for the Wildcats as Marcazzati picks up her second foul. So that's huge for the Wildcats. Egareba, she actually leads the league. She averages just under 5 offensive rebounds per game. And she's already got a couple now.
And I think if she stays out of foul trouble, she's going to be very key to Nottingham really competing with the size of Mara Marcazzati and Karis Roy for the rest of this game. Only on 2 fouls so far, but so as long as she stays tame, she'll be okay. But if she gets another one before the end of this half, we're going to have to sit her just like they were for most of this quarter.
She and Kennedy Nicholas both have to watch out for their fouls. They've already got 2 between them, and foul trouble's been a bit of an issue throughout the year for the Wildcats. Just part of their physical play down low. Marcazzati on Nicholas right now. Driving inside, she's got it to Hatch, out at the free throw line. That was not going to fall as Nicholas rips down the rebound. Charity with it. She's got a screen if she wants it. She's going to take it from downtown instead. And it's not going to fall, but an offensive rebound again for the Wildcats. Nicholas, quick little pack inside to Egareba. Not going to get the reverse layup to drop as Shanahan rips it down. Shanahan looking for some movement. Bunyan's got it. Jorgensen, she'll cut it back. She'll go up strong on her own. One-handed layup over Pennell. Strong defense. Doesn't matter. Nice strong layup.
Oh, finger roll finish there. She looked like she was going up a bit too tough, but she just put a bit of finesse there at the end as soon as the ball left her hands. Tidy finish.
Tidy finish indeed. Whittington out on the corner, and that's another foul called on Mara Marcazzati. We were talking about Wildcats foul trouble, but I think we misspoke. Mara Marcazzati's already got 3 fouls.
I think Steph Collins has recognized that, bringing in Karis Roy to replace her.
And we've got a timeout on the floor here. Timeout by the Wildcats. as we're tied 40-40 as we're getting near the end of this second quarter. Man, this has been as close as we've seen here in the Archers Arena for the past few weeks, Reese.
Yeah, the Archers have had a bit of a tendency to go down early, and they just find it a bit too difficult to claw their way back. But they did a good job when they were down early in that first quarter to shift the momentum their way. As we see Mara Mercazati pleading her innocence to the referees, but I have a feeling they're not going to take away a foul 10 minutes after it happened.
Well, look, let's be fair here. Obviously, Mercazati with 3 fouls. We've been talking about the Wildcats foul trouble all game. But to be fair, the referees have consistently called that inside. Any kind of physical play inside, they're letting most things go. But as soon as you're reaching in, as soon as you're hitting arms, they're calling it every time. It's been pretty consistent, I'd say, along both sides.
Yeah, I mean, that last one was pretty easy to spot. Ekeregba just was on the floor, and unless there's a really strong draft in here, she probably took some heavy contact.
Are we back to that win thing again? Come on now.
The shots have been falling today, so I think somebody made sure the window was closed.
No kidding. We've already got 80 points on the board between both teams here in the first half. Can't find an inbound. That's tapped out. Ekeregba's got it, and she's going to be fouled again. 2 shots coming here from Praise Ekeregba. And we've got another foul called on the Archers, on Karis Roy this time. So a lot of foul trouble inside for both teams. Roy's got 2 fouls. Both Archer centers struggling with that. And Ekeregba, she's going to have 2 free throws.
And when the Wildcats have a player like Ekeregba who's just that physical on both sides of the ball, it's going to go one of 2 ways. You're either going to be a bit too eager and find yourself in foul trouble, which we thought she was in early in this game, or she's going to be drawing fouls and creating foul trouble for the other team.
Well, she drew the foul, but she just couldn't get any of those free throws to drop. It was knocked out of bounds, and the Archers will have possession now. Jorgensen takes this one in as we're about 16 seconds left to go here in the first half. Archers to play for the last shot here. Jorgensen one-on-one with Charity defending. Got a screen if she wants it. She'll cut back. She'll drive it inside. And a bit of a strong layup off the glass. 3 on the shot clock. Ashton looking to come inside, looking to take this final shot. She'll pull out from 3 and skies it. That's about as good of a description as you can want for the first half, though, Reese. Neither team can get those shots to fall as we go into the break tied here at 40. Final thoughts here on the first half, Reese.
Well, a much better shooting day for the Archers today than we saw last week, shooting at 44% from the field so far this game. Almost 20% better than we saw last week. So, I mean, sometimes it's that simple. If you can hit some of your shots like they were today, they were creating these same opportunities last week, but shots simply were not falling. So it's a better sign for the Archers that they're shooting the ball so much better today. But still, it's a tie game. It's really close. And like you've been saying, it's an absolute must-win for the Archers if they have any hopes for the playoffs this season. So promising start for the first half.
Well, good-looking start from the both half, like you said. Big points along the board here for both teams, 40 points each. Shannon Hatch already got 13, and Brooklyn Pennell with 14 as well. Again, both those players lead the league, 18.4 points per game between the two of them. We'll see who can come out on top here as we head into the second half. We'll be back in just about 10 minutes. Archers and Wildcats tied here at 40 points each here in the Archers Arena. Welcome back here for the start of the second half between the Cardiff Met Archers and the Nottingham Wildcats. We're tied 40 points apiece. It's been a crazy first half. It was just back and forth, breathless. First 20 minutes of action. We've got 20 minutes left to go, Reese. And what's going on so far? What have been your thoughts?
I mean, this has been a huge physical battle for both teams. Both of the bigs that both teams have. I mean, for the Archers, it's Mara Mercazati and Karis Roy. For Nottingham, it's Ekeregba and Nicholas. It's just been super, super physical. Both teams, both of those players, all 4 of those players are all in a little bit of foul trouble. Both of the Wildcats bigs, both with 2 fouls, whereas the Archers, Mara Mercazati has 3 for herself, Karis Roy with 2. So all the bigs in this game for both sides need to be wary of the foul trouble. And we saw at halftime, Mara Mercazati for the Archers went and talked to the refs, talked about the physicality, claimed, was trying to plead her innocence a little bit. And we also saw Nicholas for the Wildcats went and was telling the referees there were a bit of elbows going on. So really physical game inside, and we've seen Mara Mercazati, as we've been talking about last week, her shooting, as she was recovering from this injury, her shooting just wasn't up to scratch. She was a bit of a liability on offense. Whereas today, she's knocking down those shots and really feeling herself on offense, using her size, backing up into players and things like that. So very promising first half for the Archers from their perspective, but as much as they want to focus on those bigs being pivotal in the action on offense, you know, they got to stay out of foul trouble. But luckily they've got Shannon Hatch right now, who 13 points on her own. She didn't even play most of that second quarter, so hopefully they can continue the scoring, get the ball in the hands of Lauren Psyche from an Archer's perspective, and facilitate things on offense. And Nottingham will hope that they can keep up the tight defense that they had in that first quarter that they lost a little bit of in the second quarter.
And a lot of the game for Nottingham will be led by Brooklyn Pennell. She's already got 14 points, shooting 40% from the field, 6 of 15 overall. But she's really, every time she's got the ball, it's dangerous, and you can see it out there. Going back to the bigs and the fouls that you talked about, Reese, we saw at halftime, my wife came up to me and she said, why does Kennedy Nicholas look like she's just been so angry at every foul that's been called? I think we found out why. Nicholas went and talked to the referees at halftime and gestured that she'd been elbowed in the neck a couple of times. So, I mean, both teams, it's incredibly physical down low, a lot more so than we're used to seeing. We just haven't seen many Archer games here with a lot of fouls called, and especially not down low. It's mostly just been a finesse game. This has been a really different game than we've been used to. Not just the physicality, of course, but just the speed, the transition of play. I mean, both teams, they really want this win. You can see it.
And Shannon Hatch, even though she hasn't been playing, you know, a big position in terms of, I guess, positional, like what position she's playing. I guess she's not a center, but she's been so active and physical on getting defensive rebounds and offensive rebounds, and her awareness off the ball has been really key to the Archers getting some really easy second chance points.
Well, I mean, it's been pretty even all around. Archers with 25 rebounds, Wildcats with 23. Both teams shooting 43% from the field. Both teams shooting about 50% from two, just under 20% from three. Both teams tied at 40. It really is about as even as you can get. So both teams, you'll be looking for something to pull away here, and I think that's the key difference for the two teams. Who's going to win in the scoring here today, Brooklyn Pennell or Shannon Hatch, as we get the second half underway now. Out on the wing, Jorgensen with it. One-on-one with Edmonds. Hatch inside, she's found some space. But some tough defense from Kennedy Nicholas. Got her hand right in her face and forced that air ball.
I think Nicholas got a finger to that shot, actually.
We'll call it a block instead. Kennedy Nicholas's second block of the game. Archer basketball, though, is knocked out of bounds by Shanae Edmonds, and the Archers will keep the ball here as they inbound again. Kank's got it. She's looking for someone to get open. Jorgensen out in the corner helps her out. Jorgensen on the step back. She'll do a little drive and flick inside. It's not going to fall, though. Edmonds rolling up the court. She'll sprint inside on her own. Lays it off the glass. Found her space, and she exploited it. 2-point lead for the Wildcats.
As soon as she finds that lane, she just turns up her speed. Double speed, 200%. Absolutely sprints. Shannon Hatch, the in and out from three, doesn't fall.
Wide open, though. That was a good look for Cardiff Met. Little flick inside. Wasn't ready for it, but Whittington caught that one off the rebound. Pennell here. Pennell's got a screen. She'll come up, a little floater, and lays it in. You just can't give her that much space. You got to fight through that screen, no matter how hard it is.
I mean, somebody like Pennell create her own space like that on her own when she has the ball in her hands. If she has that space just given to her as a gift, she's going to take advantage of it all day.
Well, Psyche's going to try to do the same thing in reverse. It's not going to work, though. Long range pass sends up to Pennell. Pennell, she's going to pull it back, lay it up and in. Another two for the Wildcats, and a timeout here from the Archers. 6-0 run from the Wildcats here to start the second quarter. Brooklyn Pennell, wow, she's really started to take control of things here.
As I said in the first half with Shannon Hatch and Lauren Psyche, their awareness really separating them from the rest of the players on the court. Right there was Pennell, whose awareness was resulted in that basket on her own. Sarah Jorgensen was running down to try and defend, but had no idea where the ball was. Didn't look behind her, and the ball came straight to Pennell on the easy finish. Pennell knew she had Jorgensen beat. Put herself to a stop and easy finish under the paint.
Well, it's a heck of a nice looking throw from Shanae Edmonds to release Brooklyn Pennell inside, but she got that bucket. So Pennell's already at 18 points. Again, she and Shannon Hatch both lead the league, averaging just about 18.5 points per game. Pennell's already on 18, and I mean, we still got 18 minutes left to play, so I think she's going to be getting high over her 18 average. Archers need a response here. And who are you looking to out of this timeout, Reese, to bring the Archers back?
I think just slowing things down, getting the ball in the hands of Lauren Psyche. Her decision making, she seems to have the awareness, as I've been saying, of when to go fast and maybe when to slow things down. So I think getting the ball in the hands of somebody with a bit of a calming presence is going to be key to the Archers' offense in this third quarter.
Well, the Archers to inbound here along the baseline. Tried to get it into Sarah Jorgensen, but we got a bit of a full court press here from the Wildcats. They're not going to let that one come in easily. They will get it inbound to Lauren Psyche. And that one's going to be knocked out again, this time off of Brooklyn Pennell. So the Wildcats have come out of the half. I mean, they've been really ready. Just really intense defense all around. Psyche with it, 14 on the clock. Hatch from three, she wants it, she's got it. That one falls again. 3 more for the Archers, 46-43, Wildcats lead. Pennell in the corner. Egredemba inside, double team, throws it away to Shannon Hatch. Psyche, 2 on 3. She'll pull this one back and slow it down a little bit. Out to the corner, Kank wide open. She's found a space, not gonna fall. And Karis Roy tries to tap it out, but not quite.
That's the first time I've seen Kim Kang have that open space from 3 all game.
Egredemba inside, and she, with her own open space, can't get that one to fall. Well, this is Kim Kank's first game in a few weeks with the Archers after her own hamstring injury. Looking to make something happen here, won't get it out. Psyche driving along the baseline against Pennell, out to Hatch. Hatch wide open inside, lays it in, wanted the foul, not gonna get it, but she'll get 2 instead.
Archers did well to create the size mismatch there with Hatch.
Edmonds out to the wing, Whittington now. Whittington coming around, and she'll be forced back out by Kim Kang. Edmonds, 1-on-1. Nice little hesitate back. Egredemba, she's caught it and won't get it to fall. A little repeat of the last possession for the Wildcats. Roy now. Psyche on the wing. She's got a screen and a little leadoff pass inside for Karis Roy. He drops it in and one on praise Egredemba. Another foul called. 2 and 1 for the Archers coming up here.
This Archers offense so far in this third quarter really relied on a bit of pick and roll action and creating the size match inside. Egredemba not able to stay with Karis Roy from the pick.
Well, I don't know about you, Reese. Yeah, I think you were about to say the same thing I was. Sorry to cut you off. I think we thought Lauren Psyche was going to go for a shot, and then she passed it instead, and it confused everybody.
Her game intelligence, her awareness of where her teammates are and what they're going to do on the court is really second to none.
A missed free throw from Karis Roy, and the Archers will keep a 1-point lead instead of getting it out to 2. 47-46 now. Tried to pass it to Pennell, but not quite. Lauren Psyche steals it 1-on-1. Nice little push. She's going to go up strong. Not going to get it to fall. Karis Roy rebound. Hatch inside the paint. Drops it in. 2 more for the Archers.
Lauren Psyche tried to do everything she could to give herself as much space as possible on Shanae Edmonds. Shanae Edmonds is going to take it up herself on Whittington. Wagstaff with the busy hands there.
Pennell on the wing, 6 on the clock. Looking to get a shot here. She's got a bit of a screen and finds her space. Long range 2, drops it in. 1-point lead for the Archers now. That's 20 points for Brooklyn Pennell.
Pennell and Shannon Hatch really trying to have their own battle at who's going to be the scoring leader today. Pennell with 20, Shannon Hatch with 18 of her own.
Little leadoff pass inside for Karis Roy. She's fouled as she goes up. Another foul called. Is that going to be on? It is going to be on Praise Egredemba. That's her 4th foul already. She's just 1 away from fouling out of the game. And, I mean, we're not even halfway through the third quarter. Jeez.
Well, that one, I believe, was actually on Nicholas there. That's going to be her 3rd foul.
You're right, Reese. I don't know what the heck I was saying. Praise Egredemba's not even on the floor. That's totally my fault.
But still, reinforcing your point of a bit of foul trouble. Now both of the bigs for Nottingham on 3 personal fouls each early in this third quarter. That's, as I was saying in the second quarter there, it's either going to result in drawing lots of fouls or committing lots of fouls when you're that physical on defense.
Well, it's not going to matter for the Archers if they can't put any of these free throws down. Another 2 missed by Karis Roy. The Archers only have a 1-point lead still. Pennell at the top. She's got 14 on the clock. She'll shimmy it around. Find some space against Karis Roy. Pull back and won't get it to fall. But Nicholas with a great rebound. 10 on the clock. Driven inside, picks up her dribble, step back out. Whittington from 3, and strokes it in. 3 more for the Wildcats again. 51-49, they'll take a 2-point lead. Jorgensen. Wagstaff at the top, under heavy pressure immediately. Nice little swim move around. And she'll throw it off, throws it off Kennedy Nicholas, and that's out of bounds.
Marquezzotti checks back into the game for the third quarter. Again, just like we've been saying with Nicholas and Nicaragua on the Wildcats, foul troubles, something they got to be wary of, especially with Mara Marquezzotti already on 3 personal fouls on her own.
Psyche swings it over to Marquezzotti. Marquezzotti with a one-handed floater. That's not going to fall. It's going to go out of bounds off the Archers. Wildcats take possession again as they've got a 2-point lead heading into the bottom half of the third quarter now. Whittington gets it over to Pennell. Cycling it on the perimeter. Long range 3 up. Long range 3 doesn't go. Falls out of bounds on the air ball. Rolls over to our little broadcasting corner. And Archer ball. There's only a 2-point difference between the teams here, and the same difference reflects itself along the box score. The team's pretty much even in just about everything. Pass inside from Shannon Hatch, gives it over to Marquezzotti, lays it off the glass, and we're tied again at 51. Edmonds and Jorgensen one-on-one now. Out in the wing here, Giles from long range. It's not going to fall. Jorgensen at the top. Marquezzotti. Wagstaff now. Wagstaff trying to come inside. Just can't beat her defender off the dribble. She'll muscle her way in and get it over to Jorgensen. It's not going to fall, but she's fouled by Brooklyn Pennell. 2 shots for the Archers again.
Janae Giles pleading with the referee that Sarah Wagstaff was digging her shoulder and her elbow into her to create that space to get the assist on the foul, but referees having none of it. Just really aggressive, smart play from Sarah Wagstaff there, really using her body and creating that opportunity. The play looked dead, honestly, until Sarah Wagstaff was able to create her own space.
The Archers come away with it with 2 free throws to take here. Head coach Kenrick LeBird for the Wildcats arguing that call. Coach LeBird is the Great Britain under-16 women's head coach as well.
It seems he must have a way with words because they came out at the start of the first quarter and the start of this third quarter. Really, really impressive on the defensive side of the ball. And then at the end of the first half, it seemed to wane a little bit. Archers seemed to take control. He must be giving him some sort of intense speech in the locker room.
Jorgensen hits her 2 free throws. That puts the Archers 7 of 12 from the free throw line today, just over 50%. And they'll take that. They have a 2-point lead reestablished now. Heavy pressure from the Archers. Wildcats just get it across the halfway line with enough time. Out on the wing, driven inside. That little shot's not going to fall, but Whittington, a good offensive rebound with 4 people around her, and gets it to go up and in. One of the most impressive plays of the game right there, Reese.
From an Archer perspective, that can't happen. You got 4 people surrounding Whittington there. She cannot be the one that gets that rebound. It's Sarah Jorgensen. Nice finish. Nice find from Mara Marquezzotti, finding Sarah Jorgensen inside. This game is so back and forth, I don't even have a chance to catch my breath.
It really is. And we've got a travel here called on the Wildcats. Another turnover for them. We're going to have Archer basketball again. Archer with a 2-point lead here as we head into the final 3 minutes of the third quarter. Archer's looking to establish some kind of lead, and as we get to the end of this game, and whichever team can take possession of a lead right now, I think will be sitting pretty. Wagstaff at the top, 7 on the shot clock. Marcazzati with 5 to go. Shanahan's going to have to shoot this, 3 on the clock. She'll drive inside, tries to go up. It's going to be stripped away. Taken away there by Janae Giles. Ashton looking to reset the Wildcats here. She'll come in, look for Whittington at the top. Whittington won't take it, she'll drive inside instead. Little underhand layup, it's not going to fall, but Nicholas on the rebound. Ashton from 3. Won't fall, and Hatch with the rebound. Wagstaff in the corner, takes it, cuts. Marcazzati just dropped the pass. Hatch, she's open from 3, she'll take it. Off the back iron though. Nothing comes of it. Giles, 10 on the clock. Wagstaff guarding her one-on-one. Nice little stutter step inside. Oh, I thought I saw the same thing as Sarah Wagstaff. That looked like a bit of a double dribble, but we're going to have a foul called instead.
Yeah, that was a really tight call. Looked like she had the ball, and I probably agree with Sarah Wagstaff there, but referee saw something different. He's closer. I'll trust his view. We got a pretty good angle on it from this broadcast corner over here.
Well, regardless of our thoughts, 2 shots for the Wildcats coming up here, looking to tie this game up for Janae Giles. First one rattles home. That's her first free throw of the game, and it drops. Wildcats 5 for 9 from the free throw line. Looks to make her second. It's not going to go, but Whittington with another offensive rebound for the Wildcats. And there we go. There's the double dribble call. Turnover for the Wildcats, just their 7th on the game. We've only had 14 turnovers between the 2 teams. Well below the season average. Both teams together average about 40 between the 2 of them, so this has been a big difference. Quick pass inside to Marcazzati, sent back out. Shanahan from 3, not going to fall. Psyche taps the rebound over to Shannon Hatch, and she's fouled. 2 more for the Archers coming up.
And that's a big play there. Nicholas picking up her 4th personal foul. And they're going to have to resort to bring Egregba back in the game.
Well, Nicholas in trouble with 4 fouls. Egregba, she's got 3. And I think if you're the Archers, you just got to keep going right back down low, hoping to get those 2 fouled out. Take those 2 off the floor, and you got a huge size advantage inside. First free throw up for Shannon Hatch. That one falls in. 2 for 2 on the day from the free throw line for her. Archers take a 2-point lead, looking to make it 3 here. Up and in, 2 more for Hatch. She's got 22 now. Pennell on the wing. Pennell looking to respond. Do a little hesitate and pull it up inside. That's unstoppable. 2 more for the Wildcats.
Brooklyn Pennell just looks so comfortable with the ball in her hands. I mean, you saw that little jump step she did there to create her own space. She's just so quick and so smooth with the ball in her hands.
Psyche now looking to do something similar. Nice little hesitation. She'll pull it away. Jumps up and fires it home. Another 2 for the Archers.
That is her signature shot there. That off balance, almost fading away shot there.
Egregba inside, strong up against Marcazzati. She'll have to take it back out. Giles to drive inside, tries to go up on her own, and she's fouled again here. Marcazzati hoping the foul's not on her. I think it is, though. It will be. That's going to be Mara Marcazzati's 4th. She's in big foul trouble as well.
Her feet must not have been set or something. Looked like she got a bit of ball on that, but she's going to be subbed out for Karis Roy.
I like how Shannon Hatch was trying to take the foul. She had her hands raised, trying to get the referee's called on her instead. Wasn't going to happen. First free throw up and good. Wildcats cut it back down to a 2-point game. Second one's going to fall as well, and it's back to a 1-point game now. Archers holding on to that 1-point lead as we've got 1 minute to go here in the third quarter. Psyche to break it up the floor here. Shanahan won't take that three. Out to King. King inside. Lays it up and lays it in. Her first 2 points of the game. 2 points for the Archers.
And that's the difference with Kim Kang with the ball in her hands, driving into an open lane as opposed to a contested lane. Before, we've seen her try to draw contact with those types of shots. But she knew she was able to go up and actually get an easy shot. She gets the steal.
Oh, I think we've got a foul call. Unsportsmanlike foul call there on the Wildcat. Oh, man, they hate that call. We're trying to see what they call. It looks like they've called an unsportsmanlike foul. You know, a bit of a clear path for Kim Kang. So the Archers are going to have 2 shots here along with the free throw. Coach LeBird's arguing, look, I mean, it's a reach-in foul. They're just going for the ball at the same time. I don't think the referee agrees. Yeah, he's motioning for that clear path.
I don't know if I would agree either. I mean, Kim Kang that was going to be a certain basket.
So we're going to have 2 shots here for the Archers. First one drops in for the recently returned Kim Kang. She'll look to get the second here, and the Archers will also get possession after. Boy, that's a big play for Cardiff Met. They could really use this. If they can hit this, and they will, they've got a 5-point lead plus possession here. Their biggest lead of the game so far, hopefully making it into something more here, Reese.
And I mean, that just tells the story of the game right there. 5 points being the biggest lead of the game for the Archers. It's been so tightly contested. One team gets a bit of string of momentum, string of shots falling. The other team just seems to find that same rhythm and fire up back.
Psyche, 6 on the clock. She's looking to pull up from 2. She will, and she's going to get that one to fall as she runs away from the basket.
That is just ridiculous. She puts that shot up. When she's falling away, her momentum is taking her away from the basket. She still manages to get the shot up and on target.
10 on the clock. Pannell now driving inside. Psyche one-on-one against her. She's got some space. Engineers her shot. Won't take it. Ashton from 3. 3 on the clock. It's not going to fall. Archers looking to get the rebound. And they will keep it away. Archers, as we head into the fourth quarter, Archers with a 7-point lead now, 65-58, as we head into the last quarter. Boy, another fast quarter, Reese.
But I think if you're the Archers, you got to be happier with the way you perform that quarter, obviously with the score going in your favor, but the momentum going with you in that fourth quarter if you're an Archer. Really positive things going on into the end of this game.
Now, Reese, pardon this, if you will, but if you're the Wildcats, who are you looking to get your, as the Wildcats would say, get your head in the game? Admit it, okay, that's not from the Nottingham Wildcats. That's from the High School Musical. I'm sorry.
Appalling.
Well, anyway, realistically, who are you looking to stop this run if you're the Wildcats right now? Who can you look to take this game back?
I think it's got to be Brooklyn Pannell. You know, with the ball in her hands, she just looks so comfortable. She's kind of the Wildcat version of Lauren Psyche a little bit, able to kind of facilitate things on her own, create her own space when there really is none. And I think if there's anybody who's going to be able to put you on a bit of a scoring run, it's probably going to be her. I would have probably said the bigs were going to be, you know, in Nicholas and Ekrevba were going to be a big factor in this fourth quarter, but I don't know how much we're going to see of both of them at the same time, given they're both in quite a bit of foul trouble.
Definitely not. Now, Brooklyn Pannell, she's shooting about 50% from the field, 7 of 14 from 2, and then 2 for 5 from 3. A little just under 50%. She's gotten her points. She's had 20 so far. It just hasn't been able to keep the Wildcats on top, thanks to a good effort from the Archers starting 5. 3 players from the Archers all in double digits. Shannon Hatch with 22, Lauren Psyche with 13, and Sarah Jorgensen with 10 of her own as well. So between the three of them, 45 points, and then 20 points from the rest of the roster for the Archers.
So I say getting the ball in the hands of Brooklyn Pannell. It only takes 1 or 2 threes in a row to bring this score back into a 1-point game. And she seems to be the only person on the Wildcats that's going to be able to do that.
Well, Edmonds now on the ball. She's got a screen if she wants it. Psyche just rolls around it. Out in the corner, Pannell now. Pannell going to drive inside for her space, beats Shanahan, won't get it to fall, gets her own rebound though, and rips it away. Out in the wing, another drive inside from Giles. Giles lays it off the glass. 2 more for the Wildcats. Shanahan, quick switch out to the corner. Hatch inside, backdoor cut. Oh, that's got to fall. Won't get it to go, and Karis Roy was hit in the face by Imani Whittington right there. Oh, I don't know if she's okay.
referee's calling a potential head injury there.
Looks like she caught an elbow right in the nose. Hopefully she's all right. Looks like she is. She's going to be subbed off the floor, though, for Mara Marcazzati here. Jeez, that's got to hurt. Well, Karis Roy heads to the bench. Hopefully she's all right. Wildcats keep the ball. No foul called on that one. Amani Whittington to inbound for the Wildcats. Archer still with the 5-point lead. 9.5 minutes left to go in the game. Pennell on the ball now. Shanahan guarding. Pennell's got some space. She'll pick up her dribble, though. Whittington rolling it around. Catch one-on-one with her. Whittington got the space she wanted. Marcazzati tried to rip the rebound down, just couldn't get it in her hand. And Wildcat ball again.
This battle that we're seeing inside deep in the paint between Eghareva and Mara Marcazzati is so physical on every play, even if fouls aren't being called. Every single ball is contested.
Inbound to come here from Shanae Edmonds. Edmonds floats it up. Eghareva got it and inside. Hatch with a strong defense. Doesn't matter. Eghareva, roll rebound. Not going to get it to go. On the third try, she's got it. Too many offensive boards. That's 5 offensive rebounds for Eghareva now.
And it's tough. When she's able to use her size, you're really not going to be able to get the ball away from her unless you foul.
And a pass from Kim Kang, a little too far out of Sarah Jorgensen's reach. That's out of bounds. And Wildcats ball. You can feel the momentum shifted again now. Edmonds on him. She'll pick up the dribble. Out of the top. Whittington now. 10 on the shot clock. Edmonds needs to make something happen. She's got a screen here. Got a switch inside. Eghareva wide open. Drops it in. Lethal combination there.
Shanae Edmonds just did such a good job of making herself the focal point. Mara Marcazzati caught ball watching, and Eghareva just gets that pick and roll inside as Mara Marcazzati gets her own ball to fall there.
Marcazzati up to 8 points now as the Archers reestablish a 3-point lead. Eghareva hit Marcazzati in the face. Marcazzati comes right back. Physical play inside. They're going to let this go. Pull up 2 from deep from Janae Giles. It won't fall. Psyche's got it. Psyche sprinting up the floor. Crosses it behind her back. She'll pull it up. Kick it back out. And she'll reset. Little spin away. Psyche, no look pass inside. Marcazzati. She goes up and she's fouled by Shanae Edmonds. 2 free throws to come here for the Archers again, Reese.
And that's going to happen. It's inevitable when the bigs don't follow their players inside. Mara Marcazzati going inside, and she's one-on-one against Shanae Edmonds, which, no disrespect, but you could probably put Shanae Edmonds on top of another Shanae Edmonds. Probably not tall enough to defend Mara Marcazzati there.
Yeah. I think I'd agree with that. Well, 2 free throws to come here from Marcazzati. Archer's doing a lot better here in the second half with free throws. And they get this one as well. 12 points from that free throw line for the Archers as they've got a 4-point lead now.
And just in general from last week, their shooting from the field was pretty poor, but also their free throw shooting, they had a lot of fouls inside and they just didn't capitalize on the free throws. So much more of a promising sign to see some better shooting percentages from the line.
They don't get that one. Out to Brooklyn Pennell quickly. She'll swing it back out. Whittington from deep 2. It's not going to fall. It's tapped back out, and Jorgensen comes away with the rebound this time. Patch on it now. She'll drive up the floor and lays it off to Psyche to reset this play. 15 on the clock. Psyche got it again. 10 on the clock as she's in the corner. Got to make something happen here. She'll roll it around, gets a bit of a switch. 4 on the clock. And she's fouled by Shanae Edmonds again. Fouled as she tried to get that pass away. Shanae Edmonds' 3rd foul.
Lauren Psyche absolutely sent Eghareva for a hot dog there with a little shimmy. She had no idea where she went.
Psyche again looking for space against Brooklyn Pennell. Can't find much of it. She'll get it to Shannon Hatch instead on the roll. Hefty 2. Knocks it in. Another 2 for the Archers. 6-point lead reestablished.
That finish on the move is a tough one. Shannon Hatch makes it look so easy. Able to stop all her momentum and focus on her form there.
Ever with the easy cut inside, but not an easy shot. Strong defense from Shannon Hatch and another Archer rebound.
And the arches between Shannon Hatch and Mara Marquezzotti have done such a good job at defending Ekaregba without fouling, just standing their ground, putting their hands up, putting under pressure, and she hasn't seemed to have the composure to finish some of those chances.
Psyche on the ball now. She spins around the defender and tries a bit of a wild layup. It's not going to fall. I think she wanted a foul there. Edmonds' long-range pass. Coming inside goes Pinnell, but Jorgensen hits her. That's a good foul. Pinnell was just about to beat her as she came inside. So foul called on Sarah Jorgensen there, and Wildcats to inbound. 6-point Archer lead as we head into the last 6 minutes here of the fourth quarter. Again, Archers really need this. They're at the bottom of the table, 13th. A win would put them just 2 points out of a playoff spot. As the Archers knock that one out of bounds. Wildcats ball again. Wildcats currently in 7th, looking to get back up into 6th if they can win here today and put a big gap between them and the bottom of the table.
It's important to see the Wildcats have both Nicholas and Ekaregba both on the floor, hoping to use their size to their advantage, just as they do there with Ekaregba getting the easy finish inside, but both players in a bit of foul trouble.
Jorgensen going to come inside against Pinnell. She'll kick it back out. Hatch doesn't like the shot. She'll drive in for something different. I think she just let the layup go a little too early. Sent inside. Pinnell wide open. Karis Roy tried to rotate over. It's not going to work. We're back to a 2-point game again.
Pinnell's awareness there. She knew she was wide open. She knew she had the space. She made that cut nice and early, and no Archer decided to track her. Easy finish for somebody like her.
Psyche one-on-one with Edmonds. Psyche going to cut inside, lay it up. Whoa! Spins around the bowl.
She makes that look a lot easier than it actually is. Tough finish on the weak hand.
That got us on the edge of our seats, Reese. That was pretty fun. Ashton cutting inside, beats Kang. One-handed floater, it's not going to fall. Big rebound from Karis Roy. Jorgensen to set this play up. She's rolling around. She sees some space. Kang in the corner. 4-3. Oh, it's not going to fall. Man, that was it.
That could have been a huge momentum swinger. Ball going the other way.
Ekaregba inside. She knocks Psyche down. No foul called. Psyche was looking for that offensive foul. It doesn't matter. She was inside the restricted area anyway. So no foul called. Jorgensen cutting inside again. Kang on the corner. She'll spin back around, double spin, lays it up. Oh, that's got to fall. Not going to work, and we've got a foul called here. Foul called on the Archers.
The footwork there from Kim Kang, absolutely impeccable.
Just got to get the shot to go with it.
Yeah, absolutely. Center defenders. And I make a note of defenders. She had 2 or 3 on her there, and sent them all the wrong way, just with a little bit of a pivot step. But gotta have the finish at the end there in a game this tight.
Well, it's a 2-point game, 4 minutes, 20 seconds left in this one. Ashton to bring it up the court. Nicholas at the top. Ashton again, she's got some space inside. Picks up her dribble. She's out in the corner here, got some space. Ekaregba with the screen. Ashton flips it back to her, over her head, lays it inside. Impressive play. We're tied again.
That's a great patient play from Ashton there. She knew what she wanted to do, get the ball in the hands of Ekaregba and use her size. She waited for the right moment there. This game is so tight.
Psyche looking for space on the baseline. Throws it back out to Karis Roy, and nobody touched it. Archers disagree. I don't think I do, though. That didn't look like anybody touched that. And that's going to be Wildcats ball.
And this one is a real nail biter right now. It can go either way.
You can feel it. It's an intense game for both teams here. Both teams really want this one. Ashton, 12 on the shot clock, looking for to make something happen here. Ekaregba at the top. Patch on her. Driving inside. Tries to spin. It's not going to work. But another foul called on Shannon Hatch.
If I'm Shannon Hatch there, I'm letting Ekareva get that shot up. She's missed a couple of those today. I'm just standing my ground and putting my hands up and seeing what happens.
Unfortunately, no free throws for the Wildcats, sorry. Wildcats inbound. Ashton here, and when she got that pass back from Kennedy Nicholas, she was out of bounds. That's another turnover for the Wildcats. Archer ball now. Only the 9th turnover from the Wildcats. That was an important one.
I think this game is going to come down to a big shot, a big three, a big dagger that really gives whoever makes that shot some breathing room. But it's going to come down to the last minute here, I think.
Just under 3 minutes to go. Karis Roy driving inside for space. Can't find anything. 5 on the shot clock. Psyche tries to beat Pinnell. Not going to work. Shoulders it. Oh! Okay! Pushes away Brooklyn Pinnell with the left hand and lays it in.
Looked like a bit of a Hail Mary floater there, but Lauren Psyche, she knew what she was doing.
Ashton on the wing. Psyche guarding. Got a bit of a screen. Bump. Not going to go. Eganepa's got the rebound. And one again for the Wildcats. Jeez, she is dominant inside off the glass today. That is her 15th rebound.
And I mean, you can see why. She's just hungrier than anybody else. She's the one that demands that ball. If she gets a hand to it, she's usually able to bring it down and control it and draw contact, and that's exactly what happened there. Karis Roy just not really able to keep up with the size.
Well, here comes the one extra from the Wildcats now, looking to take a 1-point lead. Not going to fall, but I don't. Oh, Karis Roy stabbed it away. Archer's lucky to get away with that rebound. And another turnover. The Wildcats haven't had a lead since early in the 3rd quarter. They're looking to get one now. Edmonds one-on-one. We've got a bump inside. That's an offensive foul called on plays. Ekareva as she hit Shannon Hatch.
That puts both the big players, Ekareva and Nicholas, on 4 fouls now.
One more and they're out of the game. Hatch with 12 on the shot clock. Psyche, she's got a screen, gets the switch over to Ekareva. She'll swing it inside for Shannon Hatch, and that pass just too low along the floor. It's out of bounds. Wildcat ball again.
Shannon Hatch seemed a little bit upset there. Thought there was a lot of contact bringing her down from Shanae Edwards, but referee says no. They've been letting that kind of stuff go all game, really.
Final 2 minutes of the game here. We're still tied, 74 points apiece. Nicholas inside against Shannon Hatch. And, I don't know about that one. That's a foul call on Shannon Hatch on that shot. We're going to have 2 free throws here for the Wildcats. I can see Coach Steph Collins over there shaking her head the whole time. She hates that one. Nicholas on 4 points right now. 4 points, but 14 boards. Sure looks to get a couple more here. Like you said, Reese is definitely going down to the last minute of the game as the Wildcats take their first lead since early in the 3rd quarter, 75-74 now.
Every single one of these free throws is really going to count. If you do decide to foul either team, you got to be picky on who you send to the line.
Second free throw up, second free throw drops for Kennedy Nicholas. She's on 6 points now, and more importantly, Wildcats with a 2-point lead here in the Archers Arena. Minute 40 to go. Psyche looking to speed things up. She'll slow it down. One-on-one on the corner. She's going to come around Pinnell, drop it off to Jorgensen instead. Jorgensen goes up with 2 hands. It's not going to fall, though. Boy, they needed that.
Got to be a stronger layup there. You got to put your hands as close to the basket as possible and force them to put some contact on you and either draw the foul or put it up.
Ekareva inside. She's going to get another and one. Boy, tough inlet pass. Pass from Kennedy Nicholas inside to Praise. Ekareva caught it, ripped it down, went up strong. 2 and 1 again.
And as I said just a minute or two ago, I think this game is going to come down to a big play, a bit of a dagger play. And that one right there from Ekrevba, potentially extending their lead to 5 if she puts up this and 1.
Well, you think of the daggers as 3-pointers, but that was just as big. Including the other free throw after. 5-point lead for the Wildcats as we head into the final minute of the game. Archers call timeout, trying to regroup here. Boy, Reese, that 30 seconds, that was brutal for the Archers. Can they come back here?
I think they can, and I'm interested to see if they decide to bring Mara Marquezade into the last minute of this game. And she's another player that's in a bit of foul trouble on 4 of her own. One more and she's out. And I think you might have to do something to combat the size that the Wildcats have decided to throw out there. They've got both their bigs, Ekrevba and Nicholas, out on the floor. They've had them there for the last 2 minutes, and I think that's really been the difference here. Ever since they brought both of them on at the same time, they've been a bit too much to handle.
Well, the Archers have definitely had some problems with that and really just haven't been able to put any points on the board in the past couple of minutes. I had a bit of a scoreless drought going on right now, and the problem for the Archers is if they're going to get back in this game, they've got to score quickly and get some turnovers because their three-point shooting just has been up to par so far this season. They're second bottom in the whole league with three-point shooting at 23.7% per game. It's been a real problem, and today you've seen kind of the same thing. They're 20% from beyond the arc, but they've only taken 10 threes. Pretty surprising. They've just focused all their energy inside, and it's worked so far, but then the scoreless drought recently has just caused some problems. And like you said, Reese, they've gone with an offensive lineup here trying to combat those 2 bigs. Karis Roy, Shannon Hatch, Sarah Jorgensen, Lars Shanahan, and then Lauren Psyche to inbound here.
Steph Collins seems to have drawn up a play here.
Whatever the play was, I don't think that was it. Tapped away by the Wildcats. Just 8 on the shot clock now for the Archers. 1:13 left to go in the game.
Looks like they're going to run a very similar setup here, but they need to make sure the movement after the initial play is on par with the movement that they've got right now.
Hatch got it. 5 on the shot clock. Psyche, pull up from downtown. It's not going to go. And a big rebound from Kennedy Nicholas. Between Nicholas and Ekrevba, they've got 30 rebounds between the 2 of them.
Those are some ridiculous numbers, honestly.
Edmonds tried to come in, and Laura Shanahan hits her there. That's going to be a foul called.
I think that's the Wildcats in the bonus now. They're going to go to the line, and that is, as much as it stops the clock, if you're going to send somebody like Edmonds to the line, I think she's probably going to make them both.
We're shooting 70% from the free throw line this season. Reese, you should keep saying that.
I
think
really
she'll keep missing.
Somebody open the window. Bit of draft in here.
Well, 55 seconds left to go. Archer's clearly trying to play for time right now with that foul. Second free throw is not going to fall. That's exactly what the Archers needed. And Jorgensen's got it. But the problem, you got to get the rebound. I mean, that's an awful turnover. The ball bounces out. Kennedy Nicholas with the screen. Jorgensen tried to grab it. Didn't work. And it's out of bounds. Archers lose possession yet again. Wildcats are going to have the ball.
And I mean, in essence, all the Archers gave the Wildcats there was 2 free throws and then possession. And, you know, if you're going to give them the free throws to try to stop the clock, you got to get that rebound, and you got to be able to make use of the remaining seconds that are left in the game. There's only 52 seconds left in this game, and every single one of those is precious when you're down by 5 points. So,
yeah. Well, that's not going to count as an offensive rebound, but that's essentially what that was. Wildcats on 18 offensive rebounds already. I mean, you just can't give up that many offensive boards in this close of a game. Archers have been shooting the ball better. They've shot 44% from the field compared to 42 for the Wildcats, but those rebounds are just killer. 39 rebounds on the game for the Archers and 51 for the Wildcats. Before the game, we didn't think that the rebound disparity would be such a big deal. Both teams' size is pretty similar, but the Wildcats have proved us wrong here.
And I think the Wildcats identified that having both Nicholas and Ekrevba on the floor at the same time really just proves too much to handle for the Archers. Karis Roy is kind of left to defend two big presence in the paint on her own, and she can't seem to handle it.
Well, the Archers need to cause a turnover here. 14 on the shot clock for the Wildcats. Trying to get the pass in, can't find anything. And that's going to be a 5-second call. Couldn't get the ball in bounce in time. I'm being quiet because I actually don't know. The referees have said something else is happening. Oh no. I think we've got a technical. Technical foul called on the Archers. I think they encroached on that sideline space. It's going to be one shot and possession for the Wildcats, the absolute last thing you could have. I think a lot of people don't really know what they called.
Yeah, Lauren Sykes seems just as confused as I am. I don't know what the call was there.
If it's a technical, nobody can be here around the basket. So I don't understand why the Archers are here, unless this is a foul.
Both the referees seem just as confused as everybody else in the arena right now as to what the call is. They seem to not be on the same page.
I think everybody's trying to listen to the referees right now. We have no idea what is being called. It looks like it's a technical, one shot and possession for the Wildcats. I think that's what we're going to come with.
We could really do with a referee on standby that could explain to us the thought process behind that call.
Well, we aren't ESPN or Sky Sports, unfortunately, but that's okay.
On BT Sports Score on the football, they bring in Peter Walton. You know, where's our Peter Walton?
I think we're finally clearing things up here. This is going to be a technical foul called on the Archers. I can't tell who the technical foul is on, if it was on Coach Steph Collins or on Lauren Psyche for encroaching on the wing, but it looks like it was because the Archers had encroached on Bray Ashton's space as she tried to inbound that ball. So anyway, they missed the free throw. Wildcats get the ball back here. A bit of a strange one, but well.
So in essence, nothing happened.
In essence, nothing happened.
It just wasted half a second on the scoreboard.
Well said. Hatch taps it away, but Giles still gets the ball. 12 on the shot clock for the Wildcats. They're going to try to bleed this out as best they can. Bray Ashton now. She comes around. She's got some space. Hesitates, fakes. Leonard kicks it back out. 2 on the shot clock. Ashton to shoot. Can't get it up in time. Shot clock violation. Good defense from the Archers there. Now here's your problem. 35 seconds left to go. Archers need 5. Where do you go, Reese?
Well, whatever you do, whether if it's 3 or 2, I think you have to craft something that guarantees points on the board in this play, and I think you can only take up about a max of 10 seconds, really. I think with the three-point shooting that the Archers have had today, as you said, it being quite poor, only 2 for 11 so far from behind the arc, I don't think you can rely on knocking down a 3 really with anybody. So I think you have to craft a nice 2-point scoring play, one that potentially involves getting inside, maybe drawing contact, trying to get a 3-point play, an and one or something. Obviously, that's out of your control, but I think you have to craft something that gets you with the ball right under the basket, high percentage, and it can only take 10 seconds.
Anyone specific you're looking to get that ball to?
Well, I think if Mara Marquezzotti stays on the bench, I would say it'd be her if you get her on the floor. If it's not her, then I think you have to put the ball in the hands of your most reliable shot maker, which is Shannon Hatch right now. She's proven physical inside in the paint, and she's able to put shots up even with contact. So I think if Mara Marquezzotti isn't on the floor and able to use her size, I think the ball has to go into the hands of Shannon Hatch.
Well, you've heard it here first from the broadcast booth. We call ourselves the coach's bench.
And
if
the commentator curse stays true, Shannon Hatch is not going to touch the ball.
And the Archers will take a 3.
Yeah.
But we'll see what they do here coming out. They're going to have an inbound on the Wildcat side of the floor here. Again, just about 35 seconds left on the clock. They need to make this quick. You're going to have to do something quickly and then foul the Wildcats and get this ball back.
Shanahan absolutely silent right now.
Finds Jorgensen. Looking to go quickly. Jorgensen cuts inside. Shanahan out on the wing. She's going to take a quick 3. Oh, boy. That didn't go anywhere. That was probably 2 feet short of the basket. Comes off the glass. Archers can't foul. They're trying to foul, but Edmonds is just too fast. Driving away. Referees not going to call that. Edmonds drives inside. Another offensive rebound for Nicholas, and that's another 2 and 1. That sealed the game right there. 2-1 for the Wildcats again from Kennedy Nicholas.
And that's the dagger we were talking about right there. That, I think, puts the game out of reach for the Archers. And usually, like you said, when a dagger comes in the form of a 3, it's come in the form of 2 and 1s from both of the big players for the Wildcats.
Yeah, not the 3-pointers we were expecting today, but Nicholas gets that 3-point play to drop. That was her 17th rebound, and she's on 9 points. Psyche now looking to do anything left that the Archers can do with the clock. Hatch from 3, it's not going to fall. Bounces around, Ashton rips the rebound away, 5 seconds left to go, and that's how this game's going to end. Wildcats are going to win this one by 8, 82-74. Man, they really escaped and dominated there at the end of this game. Reese, final thoughts on the game?
That was the Archers' best chance of clawing their way back into the playoff picture. I think it's going to be really difficult to do so from now, especially with the competition they have left to play for the rest of the season. But a positive showing, I think you can only take some positives from that. If you can't take the positive of the result, you can take some positives of the performance. Shooting was so much better than it was last week from an Archer perspective.
Yeah.
A lot more discipline on offense. They took their time, tried to craft some plays, especially in the first half. Didn't come off as much in the second half. But I think there's definitely a couple positives you can take, especially Mara Marcazotti kind of finding her groove again. From a Nottingham perspective, a very gritty victory coming from some huge plays from the size that they had inside with Edkarevba and Nicholas. I think it's a tough loss from an Archer perspective, especially given the implications it has for the rest of the season, but still some positives to take.
Well, the Wildcats come away with the win here, led by Praise Edkarevba and Brooklyn Pannell. 40 points between the two of them. Praise Edkarevba with 18 points, 15 rebounds for a strong double-double. And Kennedy Nicholas, only 9 points, but 17 rebounds and was just everywhere. The Archers are going to struggle to come out of get back in the playoff picture after this. This win kicks the Wildcats up to 6th in the league, and they're now 6 points into the playoff picture from the teams furthest below them in the 8th position. That's how this game will end here today. 82-74, Wildcats win. Thank you for joining us here on the WBBL official YouTube channel. Have a great Sunday. Wildcats 84, Archers, Wildcats 82, Archers 74.